welcome.
everybody.
Happy Mother's Day.
And we are almost ready to
Happy
rock and
Mother's
roll.
Day. I don't know. I just love seeing James with the word greatest behind him. That just works for me.
Yep. All right, we're going to do that. Let me do one more thing and then we'll go ahead. There we are. All right. Well, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Sunday, May 12th.
Oh, James with the
Uh-oh,
word.
Dad.
Somebody's got something on in the background.
I'm always on.
All right, I think we're good now.
We're good
So
now.
it's Sunday, May 12th. Happy Mother's Day and welcome to the Imaginators.
Yes.
We're really glad to have you on board with us today as we get things rolling. I got to give shout outs to two new people who are Imaginators that are just now joining us. Don't know if they're with us yet, but if they join us and they're watching, welcome. We're glad to have you on board with us. James Saunders, you're
Thank you.
here
Thank
again
you.
with us as story time, I guess. I don't know what that means, but okay. So thank you there. And Michael Hickman.
That
Welcome.
is a blast from the past. I know
Is
this
it?
guy. Oh my God. Back from 1995.
Oh, wow. That
Really
is a
good,
blast from the
really good
past.
friends of the families. And he sent me a nice message and said, hey, I bought something. I don't know what I bought.
Well, hopefully we'll see him very soon here as part of the Imaginators. We're going to get started here in just a quick second, but of course, as we get things rolling, just want to remind everybody if you want to join us here and share with Robert, because that's the whole idea, is that we help you imagine or imaginate, I should say.
Yeah,
Uh,
help you become an imaginator
exactly.
with
So
superpowers.
if you want to ask a question and you don't wish to join us here, that's okay. We will ask the question on your behalf. Just type your question in the chats, either in YouTube or Zoom, or if you are with us on Zoom. And by the way, if you're on YouTube right now, go to the top of the chat window in YouTube, and there's a link there that you can join us. Click on that link, and it'll take you to the Zoom where you can actually talk to Robert live and in person, and maybe even Matt Hollis. Who knows? He's here. He's ready to go. Exactly. So when you're here in Zoom, put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see everybody's image here. And then look on the bottom for a button that says reactions. Click on the reactions button and then click on raise hand and we will call on you. And then you could speak to Robert, myself, Matt, or whomever directly. Or if you don't see the reactions button on your screen, there's three dots and there's a more button. Click on that more button and then click on reactions, then click on raise hand. So we got you covered either way. All right. Let's get it started
In
in
here.
here.
Nice,
All
Greg.
right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Hollis.
Greg, thank you so much. The hostess with the mostest, and Matt, thank you so much. And I love each and every one of the Imaginators. Thank you for being here. Hi, Deborah, Bill, Mike, James, Jody, Lisa Marie, Kai, Sandy, Karen, Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda. It's like hola, hola from Sweden. Jamie, the poet, Melody Riba, number 55. Daniel, doctor.
I feel like you're gonna say Bueller. I just was waiting for it to happen.
Who? Say what?
Bueller.
Bueller.
Oh, Bueller.
Bueller.
Just because you're doing like roll call, like everyone's names.
Yeah, someone did mention their name. So, first thing, I promised you guys I promised you guys last time that I was going to show you a picture of the things that I've been working on the ponds. I love how so many people have said to me, hey, Robert, why don't you hire someone to do that? And that's why I'm doing this. It's like I I haven't been able to find a pond person. So let's just watch the video here. Hope you guys can hear it. Okay, I promised a video. So all the way past that first tree, that second tree, all the way back there is our property. And so what you're seeing here is when we moved in, was a really small little ditch that went through our property. And I dug this all out. And then I put in, when the water gets higher, they'll run over this waterfall. And I did this with 2 picnic tables. So concrete picnic tables. And of course it flows off here. And then dug this one out a little ways. And what you see over there is this contraption I made on top of a culvert. And so what that does is that stops it from ever plugging. And then of course it goes all the way over on that side. And yeah. So Terry's got a waterfall that you guys seen before. And I can look up at the house. And windows there, the top is the primary primary, easy for me to say if I slow down, bedroom. So I hope you can hear all the frogs. Super loud if I wasn't here. Okay, and here's the view from our porch. It's a spiral video. I have no idea what that is. There you guys go. So, dreams do come true. So the other thing I wanted to say to you guys, could you hear that okay, Craig? Everything went great?
Except for the frogs, but yes, everything was good.
Oh, you couldn't hear the frogs?
No, couldn't hear the frogs.
Oh, bummer. Okay, we'll find a way to do that. Now, another thing that you guys seen is, Ted from Business for Home created this list, right? And had us all update it. As soon as he updated it and I seen it, I not only made a bunch of posts on it because I was number 11. And so all I did was imagine again how I got on this list is I just went, I need to be at least number 10. I'm going to focus, really focus. And I need to get to number 10. So that's what I'm going to focus on. And today he did another post and I'm number 10.
Woo-woo!
To be in the top 10 of all lifetime earners is wow. And there is the guy that's one of my upline. So it was neat to see that he just added a 1 million to it, and I got to add 3.8 million to mine. So I'm catching him. So there you go. Some of you I know are going to go, I have zero interest on being on any leaderboard. And that's okay. That's okay. That you gotta be, you can't be fake with your imagination. You know what I mean? I could do my best to try to imagine being a figure skater, winning the gold medal in figure skating. I think I just know better. And so, really be very, keen on your imagination. And how do you know you're imagining correctly? Is when you're in action. When you're in total wide open action. If you're not, you're pretending to imagine. You're hallucinating. So you get these people all the time that just go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be a super affiliate. It's gonna take me 4 days to knock that out. And I'll let you guys know. And it's funny because you always can tell when people are grossly exaggerating, because they'll be on a few of our groups things and then they disappear. It's like they make so crazy, outrageous imaginations. And it's okay to have big ones, but you also need to imagine the steps. You know, I believe it was Martin Luther King and a few people that have talked about, you know, each step, you got to eat an elephant one bite at a time. And so, you know, really, really, really excited. So that's all I had to say. I loved when I did this post because the first thing that I said, there's no way that this would be possible without the amazing, amazing human beings and people that I've met over 36 years. So I just, you know, I've found a bunch of people that not only wanted to be Imaginators, but they believed me when I told them they could do it. And I don't find imagination of actually doing things as fast and quick as you possibly can to relieve yourself from your current job. See, I don't think that's a big imagination to go, how fast can I replace my income? Now, once you replace your income and you got that cash flow coming in, watch what happens to your imagination now. So not having every day waking up going, how are we going to pay this bill? How am I going to do this? And, you know, what are we going to do that? And what do we do this? And yeah. So I love you and I believe in you. And Craig, let's help a couple of people get to the next level.
All right. That sounds good. Love the sound of that. I see one hand up at the moment. I'm sure we'll have others go up. If not, I mean, maybe Matt has.
Oh, by the way, too, I don't know if you're recording. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. I really, really appreciate, and I also know that some of you got fur babies like Hannah. So, Matt, make sure to tell Hannah Happy Mother's Day.
All right. And hope everybody spends some time either with their mother or thinking about their mother. That's the whole idea. All right. Deborah Bronner, I see your hand is up. Let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead, open up, and please share, Deborah.
Can you hear me? Uh-oh. I went to gallery view. I wanted to see you, Robert. Sorry.
No problem.
All right.
How are you, Deborah?
I am so happy to be here today. Thank you. And celebrating all the mothers and my mother and grandmother who are in heaven now. But, you know, that's great. I wanted to share with you. Oh, congratulations on that awesome award. I can't wait to be on a leaderboard or something again. But and your house, oh my gosh, I'd never leave there and come back to California. I love it. It's so beautiful. I could just think of a new golden retriever with me there. I wanted to share, you asked me to rewatch last week's video, you know,
yes.
of me. I want to apologize to everyone because I shouldn't ever have mentioned any of my medical stuff. I know better, but I'm embarrassed. That's why I thought because I have trouble being on camera anyway. So I felt like, well, I'll never do that again. And here I am raising my hand to overcome that fear and anxiety.
I love you. I love you. There's no apology necessary. I just know that I ask you to do one thing before you go on. Will you accept apology from yourself?
Very hard to do. Okay. And the other thing,
say it. I want you to say it. I forgive you, Deborah.
Myself.
I forgive you, Deborah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, you put something new in my imagination yesterday, and I have to share with you my mind shift. You invited us to go to Greece, you know, your inner circle people. And, you know, I know you wouldn't say that unless you weren't serious. And so instead of my mind normally goes to, I can't do that. I need this, and this surgery. I thought, I'm thinking, let me rephrase that, thinking now of possibilities, how I could get there. I'm going to go. And I don't even know when it is, but I'm
Here's
really,
the Matt, Deborah. Here, I can't wait to give you a big hug again and
oh
see you
boy.
and see you there. Here's what imagination does. It is, people always say that you got to figure all this stuff out. No, you need to say something and then you got to shout it to the world.
Ah.
And then
Hey
you figure
everyone, I'm
and
going to
then
go
you
to
figure it
Greece.
out.
Yeah.
So that's where I posted. I said, "Hey, I'm going to Greece. Who's going with me?" And get this, I reached out to some friends, close friends that are not in the business.
Uh-huh.
And I just reached out to them and I said, "Terry and I are going to Greece. You want to come with us?" And sent them a link.
Awesome.
Now, I haven't got a response from them,
Ah.
but it's like, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Do you know when you're going yet? What month?
Yeah,
Or
the dates are already set.
Oh yeah, I'll check it again, and I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
I have to.
Rebecca, she's a flight attendant, just super special woman. She's just so awesome. And she was going, I can't tell you how many times people are going, so what's the next city you're going to? What's the next city you're going to? So she said that, dream trips have gotten her to really, really dream, because going to cities as a flight attendant is really a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
What it made is that, the only expense for some people is not only a little bit on the trip, but air flight. She's got air flights taken care of, because she's got buddy passes.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's really, truly amazing. I know that you guys may have not heard this story. But when I first met Max, it was in this, we were in a network marketing company. And so one day I just sat down with him and he wasn't even on my team. And he said, "Can I buy you lunch?" And I said, "Absolutely." And we sat there and talked. And as he was telling me, well, this is not the way I am, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. And I said, "You shouldn't do network marketing." And he goes, "Why would you say that?" And I said, "Because you've already proven to me that you have all these excuses why you can't do it." And I go, "What do you really want to do?" And he goes, "I want to be an author." And he says, "But not the way you think." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he says, "Well, I want to be a ghostwriter." He says, "I've learned all these skills on editing and putting things together as a hero's journey and how to properly do an interview. I want to be a well-known ghostwriter." And I said to him, "Give me one of your ideas that you'd like to write about."
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "I would like to travel the world and see how little money it would cost me." Because he says, "I've worked for Alaska Airlines since it started." And he says, "I can fly to anywhere in the world, on a buddy pass and a standby." And then I said, "So you want to travel the world?" He said, "Yeah, because we have like this brother sisterhood of people that are ticket agents that work in airlines." And he says, "It's weird how someone will walk up and ask us a question and they will say, 'Well, listen, I'm just here for a couple of days. And can you tell me a nice hotel?'" And he said 99% of the time, the ticket agent will go, "You can stay with me." Because
Great.
it's just a brotherhood and a sisterhood of ticket agents. Does that make sense? And so Max said, "That's what I'm going to do." And so I think he took off a total of a year and just flew from every place you could possibly go. And then he flew to Peru and Machu Picchu, or it's always like
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu. Yeah.
And he said, where you get up in the morning and there's nothing but just clouds, and then when it settles, there's all these animals there. It freaks you out that they're all up in the mountains eating. And he went there, and so he not only seen that, I told him to check in with me every once in a while, and then he said he was doing some connecting, on one of the hills, mountains, and he called me up and he was crying, and he goes, he said, I asked a master imaginator, I need a title for a book, because he said, I just don't think that this is going to be the right book. And I immediately heard where I'm supposed to do your book. And so here I brought up his imagination, challenged him to go toward the action. And when he got back, he spent a week with me interviewing me, and then
Wow.
and then wrote this for me. So when we put it on Amazon and turned it into Spanish, and it's also in English and Spanish on Audible, I asked Max for his banking information. And he goes, what? Why? And I said, everybody that buys the book, you get the money.
Wow.
And then me and Matt is probably giving away, I don't know. How many copies of the book do you think we've given away, Matt?
I can look. Just give me a minute. I'll look.
So a lot of them.
Yeah, it's probably, I'd say, over 100,000. Yeah, at least.
So
because I know at least 60,000 leads that got it, and then that's not on top of the other lead generations that we've done using it. And then on top of that, you have the sales over the years, and then the Spanish and all the other things. So yeah, it'd probably be like around 100,000.
Thank you, Matt. So Deborah,
Yeah,
I just wanted to share with you, when you engage your imagination in an emotional state, like everyone says, you can't figure out how to do it. You just gotta let it come to you. So everyone told me that I should write a book. I didn't think by helping somebody else achieve their imagination and their dream that someone would come out of that to do the book. And then when he did the book, then he didn't have any ideas why I would pay him or let him keep the revenue from the book. And so there's this really serendipitous way that the world comes together. When you're constantly imagining in an emotional state about going and doing something, and then people just come out of the woodworks. They just really, really do.
Wow. Hey, since yesterday, I've been telling people about dream trips, and I'm doing what you said, believe it or not, about asking people where would they like to go if they could go anywhere on a vacation, what cities, or where have you been? Just let me know. I'm curious. So I started getting good feedback last night, and so I'm excited. Yeah, about just God is bigger than my injuries and circumstances, and I'm really excited today because I already mentioned my grandma and mother in heaven, but I told you guys last week, I finally got my disc copy of all of my families growing up, not just knowing it was great, but Christmas when we're playing, I'm on the piano, my Uncle Phil is on the bongo, and somebody else is on the guitar. All those, I decided today's the day I'm going to watch it, enjoy it, look at my mother and grandmother and how I feel about them today, which is awesome. I was very, very blessed, but I'm excited to do that today. And
another thing that you can do, Deborah, is here might be a quicker question. Again, if you guys always can, I don't know if I put it in the Imaginator group, in the Inner Circle group, but I sent Craig and Matt this thing on was it George Lucas explaining force? If I haven't, Craig, post it here.
I
got it.
recall seeing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
okay,
and
Matt.
I'll pull it up and send
okay.
it.
And
Yeah.
then he just basically said this simple thing. He said, there's either people that are selfish or selfish. And I just thought that it was so powerful. He's going, so if you're selfish, you're constantly trying to get things no matter who's being hurt. And when you're trying to get it, as soon as you get it, you are not satisfied with it. So now you want more. So now that turns into a state of anger, and then goes from anger to hate. And I thought about our current situation where, a lot of people are upset in the world, and it's just because someone else has something. When you think about that, it's like, well, these people have this and these people have this. So when you see the biggest people that are angry and haters, they want something for somebody else, including themselves, not thinking about being grateful.
Yeah, that's horrible. Gotta
And
be grateful for the miracles.
I sent that video over to you, Craig, if you wanted to share it. I think everyone should watch it.
Is it the one that says
cool.
reveals the truth about Yoda?
Huh.
Only because I'm having a weird.
you
Okay, let me. I'm
on,
trying to get
Telegram.
it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my Telegram, but I will get it. So give me. Oh, I see where I need to go. Okay.
Craig's awesome, everybody. Thank you so much, Craig.
Said happy Mother's Day. Thank
Craig
you,
helps
Robert.
us out so much. Thank you, Deborah.
Craig,
All right.
Craig, he's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. Yay, Craig.
Hey,
Thank you.
listen, everybody's
All right.
seen the calls when Craig's out enjoying himself. We don't keep him here.
Oh, come on. I'm sure you guys
They're
do
different ones.
a bang up job.
Bang up is a good word for it.
Oh,
yes.
Give me a
Oh, I love you, Deborah. And
Okay,
give
got it.
Deborah a hand. Yay.
Thank you, Deborah. You're awesome.
I will post it in just a minute. I see it. I've got it. Thank you very much. And thank you, Deborah, very, very much. Let's go ahead and move on over to, there we go.
Matthew.
Yes.
Matthew, did you have some things you wanted to share?
No, unless if Deborah had something for me that
Because I've got Bill Shoemaker with his hands up now. We can go to Bill, and then if you'd like, we can go back to Matthew.
Let's do that. I thought, Matt, you were posting the stuff about John Green. I thought you were going to show.
Oh, no. That was just for
okay.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's like another one of John Green's books got adapted into a movie. Turtles All the Way Down. So I just know that we've referenced him in the past. So as someone that's created stuff. So we did a video about it. It was pretty cool. We can share it in chat, but I don't think we need to play it.
Okay.
So
Cool. Okay.
All right, Bill Shoemaker. There you go. Open up and please share with us.
Well, he needs no introduction. The greatest MC on the planet. The facilitator of the Imaginators, Mr. Craig Jackman.
Bless you, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool, Bill.
Gotta do it. I'm excited, Robert. I am pumped and stoked. And World Ventures was one of my old companies, and it was one of the companies that I actually did the best I ever did in any network
Wow.
company. So Rovia and all that stuff was just walking down memory lane. And I know
Cool.
most of my Facebook friends are from that era. So
Nice. Hey, remember this? It's like, yeah, very, very good. One of the things I was saying to, I didn't finish with Deborah, was reach out to people and say, hey, I would like you to do me a huge personal favor. Can you share with me your favorite trip? Share with me your favorite trip. And they're like, let me think. Man, if that doesn't get them back in imagination mode. And then, we went to my favorite trip. We went to Hawaii. Won a trip from a company. It was 10 days. And it was awesome. What was your favorite part? Oh
Mm.
my God, the favorite part. We went snorkeling and snorkeling in Crescent Island outside of Maui. And you guys have seen people that snorkel and it looks like you're in like the best aquarium that's ever been created. That that was crazy. It's an island that's crescent, and so all the waves from the ocean hit the backside. So it's crescent like a moon. So when you go into that part, that's where a giant reef built. And it just the most tropical fish I've ever seen in my life. It's just amazing. And I even got a quick story because Terry doesn't like water. She's really deathly afraid of water. And so, it was almost to the end. We were out there maybe for a couple hours. It was awesome. They served food and everything on the yacht when we were out there. And it got close to the end. And I could see that Terry said, I just want to do it. And I said, listen, you're not only wearing a life raft, but I will put you on a boogie board and I'll hold you on the boogie board. And so she got in on the boogie board. And when she realized that she wasn't going to go anywhere, then all she did is pulled her face up over the board and just put in her face. You know what I mean? Because she had the goggles on. And of course, she had the snorkel and she got used to that. So she just put her face under the water where the mask could see. And she goes on and on and on. That was a reminder to her that the things that we're most deathly afraid of can be the most enjoyable experiences of our life if we would just stop holding back. And I think I shared with you guys that, when we went to Kauai where they filmed Jurassic Park, and we were at the party of about 50 people, and we pulled up in these quad runners and got off, and the guy goes, there's the waterfall. And I just ran and jumped in the water. And everybody was like, what the hell are you doing? And I popped up my head and they go, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to climb the waterfalls. And you could see a whole group of people going, man, you could get hurt. You could get hurt. And I went under the waterfall, started climbing up the rocks. And then I leaned out. I should post that picture. I leaned out just so my face would come out of the waterfall, and I had my arms and it was hitting my arms. And everyone below me just went, that was like the craziest image, if you guys can imagine, because the sun was hitting it and the water was bouncing off my head and my arms. And so you can imagine what it looked like. It was pretty wild. And so then I jumped off the cliffs back into the water. And when I came up, 30 people were in the water. It's like, well, wait a minute. You can do this. You know what I mean? It's funny how people are just so damn scared. And I was pretty sure that there wasn't any sharks in that water. But it's like, who cares if it is? So yeah, it's going to be fun, Bill.
Yeah.
Did you go on any dream trips?
I didn't. It's funny. Not funny. I mean, I did a lot of traveling, went to a lot of conventions and stuff. And I did take my parents to Hawaii. So I did.
Nice, nice.
And I used to be a president of a Polynesian club. A good friend of mine was born in Kauai. He's gone now. He was an entertainer. So, yeah, I didn't go on near enough, that's for sure. And so that's going to change now. I am now officially a Priority Dream Trips member, and I'll be going to Greece with you. You can guarantee that.
You're telling the world, and I believe you. Guess what I found, you guys?
Oh,
All
look at
right.
that. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, I got
Hawaii is my favorite
a
place.
lot of memories in my database.
Yeah. Many more to come. Many more to come.
Yes.
Thank you, brother. Love you.
Love you too.
Bill, thank you so very much. Appreciate you, man.
Likewise.
Lisa Marie Cook just put her hand up. Let's go ahead and where'd you go? You moved. Don't move. Don't move. There you go. Now go ahead. All right, Robert.
Can I move
Unfreeze.
now? Okay.
Red light, green light, red light, green light.
Hi, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. I just got a quick question, and I know it has nothing to do with Imaginators, but it's just a quick question that's got me a little bothered. I went in and purchased the 129
Okay.
travel, and I had already, maybe I did it wrong, but I cannot get in there, and it won't let me log in. It won't let me do anything.
Did you get an email?
No, I didn't, but I did get acknowledgement because it changed my my the number of points or the value, the
Right.
volume. Thank
I
you.
got an email with all my login information. I haven't even gone there yet.
Okay, I did not receive that. But in my back office, it acknowledges that I did purchase it.
Okay. Send me an email at robert@roberthollis.com and maybe let me look at that email really quick, because if you haven't gotten an email before, it's wow, it came from support at MDC. I mean, support at mydailychoice.com. So yeah, I'd look for that. And if you can't find it,
Check your spam folder too.
Yeah, okay.
maybe
I
it
will do
said
that.
something in there.
And I did write support for the dream trips.
Okay.
I found that, but yeah, that was it. But I did send them an email.
Is there a support? Is there I went to dreamtrips.com is what's in it. Let me,
Okay.
let me,
On that video when Josh said to put in your username at the back of the INTL,
right.
and I did that and it went nowhere.
Yeah. Here's
So
it's dreamtrips.com and right here, support.
Yep,
So,
that's how I got the email, but it wouldn't let me log in. It wouldn't. Of course, I didn't. I used the same credentials as MDC because it didn't opt me to set up an account.
yeah, I just logged into back of my MDC back office and clicked on shop and bought it, and it worked perfectly.
That's how I did it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay. All right.
yeah.
Well, it's just we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we definitely will. I can't wait to
Okay.
see you. I can't wait to see you in Italy and Greece.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Robert. Love you
Love you,
guys.
Lisa Marie. Love you too.
All right. Thank you so much, Lisa Marie. Two hands just went up. We got Ola coming up, but first, Kai. Kai, go ahead, open up, and please share.
Oh my God, that picture of you in the waterfall just suddenly just hit me hard because like that is something that I want to definitely do.
Say that again, Kai. I don't know why I didn't catch you.
I said that picture of you in the waterfalls definitely hit me hard. So that is something I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you mentioned selfishness because for the past 4 days, the selfishness I have witnessed in this contest was just like, wow, really?
Can I ask you a simple question, Kai?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Why does people doing what they're doing, why does that bother you so much?
It doesn't bother me. I just find it very,
It
very
does.
needed.
It does. You never stop talking about it.
Well, that's true. Yes.
So when people go, I don't think about that, you're, like I said before, just think this thought, right? If your thoughts and your language and what you type is constantly about how fucking bad people are, when I say it that way, do you understand why you're reaping what you're sowing? If everyone's fucking an idiot and everyone's an asshole and everyone's evil and everyone's stupid and everyone's bad, 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 bad. That's like that meme where it shows two people on the bus and one person's looking at dirt and the other one's looking at beautiful sky. Or the meme where they're both in prison and one guy's drawing sail bars and the other one's drawing a beautiful picture of a tree with birds in it with no bars. And the biggest thing that I see right now in the world, me and Matt and Craig were talking about this when we got on, I really feel an awareness thing changing where people are just like, man, I got to get out of this toxic environment. But they don't realize that they're part of the toxic environment. So very rarely will you ever see me even post anything beating up other people. I'm always encouraging and telling people how to be more fulfilled and happy. And I see these people that are just all their posts are, these motherfuckers, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And it's like, I got a lot of people that won't support me. And I got a lot of people that don't like my post or share it. And I got a bunch of assholes as friends. And I'm going like, dude, it should be crystal clear to you that you got two people, who is the character? And you'll notice this in every cartoons, right? There's always a character in cartoons that are just the happy-go-lucky people, and they see everything through rose-colored glasses, right? That would be Charlie Brown. But he's surrounded by a bunch of people that think everything sucks, like Pigpen. And they show him carrying a blanket, Linus, with this great big cloud of shit around him. And it's just becoming awareness now that, wow, is life really as simple as the things that I'm involved in, the things that I listen to, the things that I talk about create either heaven or hell? Because when you want people, when you complain about people, you're being selfish. You want them to be the way you think they should fucking be. Who made you God? Now you got one other place, right? Well, people say to me, and I get this all the time for people that are close to me. They'll say to me, Robert, but don't you think that you should, make a big deal? You know a lot of people. You could call out this injustice that's happening in the world. It's not my world. It's not my world. Any religious belief that you can talk about says your goal is to not be of this world. And just like that link that we talked about with George Lucas, he's going, listen, man, I've heard this many times, Kai, is regardless of people's spiritual beliefs, everyone that's on here knows that you have free will. You did things you're not supposed to do, that you didn't feel good doing them, and it made you feel weird. But there wasn't any entity that stopped you from doing them. And that's what people doesn't understand. We have free will and we have choice. And so, yes, there's going to be some people that are going to do some very awful and evil things, even things that we can't imagine. But us railing against them, spending any time thinking other than I need to be an example for me and my family. And when I get my stuff together and I got my family stuff together, then I believe that that light's going to, cause a little bit of change in my influence. And from my influence, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, Kai, you eliminate that, and your life is going to skyrocket because the universe is going to stop giving you people to fucking be pissed off at. Right now, you're attracting them. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Perfect sense.
Yeah. So what if you no longer out of your mouth or on typing or on post ever, never, ever again, ever trashed another human being? Forrest Gump was the best. I don't have much to say about that. Hey, Kai, what do you think about this, and this? I really don't have anything to say about that. Well, don't you care? Yeah, I do. I care for people that have ears to hear. I'm no longer going to spend my life trying to rescue people that don't want to participate in their own rescue. They're nothing but dead weight.
Amen to that.
Because I see you changing big time right now. And so now all I got to do is hear the little tweaks that I got to help you with. And I even say this openly. I go, I want you to interrupt me. I want you to nudge me. I want you to punch me. I surrender all. And I need you to help me. Guide me to not go down a rabbit hole to destruct everything that I've done.
Absolutely. And that was one of the reasons why I brought this subject up, was because I had somebody from private message me. You know him too. And I was like, I'm not even going to read this. See ya. Goodbye. Delete. Block.
Yeah.
For
you guys, yeah, for you, I'm proud of you, Kai. For those of you that know me really well, why do you think people don't reach out to me to bitch and complain about shit? Because I tell them, listen, you want to see the little kid in me? Because I'll just do this. La, 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 la. I can hear you. I can hear you. They're going, would you stop acting like a little kid? I go, as soon as you do. As soon as you do. I get to choose what kind of conversation that you and I have.
Exactly.
And if all I hear from you is complaining about my spouse, complaining about my upline, complaining about the company, complaining about, wow, it's like, you're judged for every idle word that comes out of your mouth. And I don't care what belief you have. I mean, me and Sandy have had a lot of positive chats back and forth. And, from her world, it's easy to feel good energy our negative energy. And so that's why Sandy seems to have a smile on her face almost all the time, because she understands that she doesn't like feeling like shit. So maybe she should stop being plugged in to the negative. So just plug into the right energy source, right, Sandy? So thank you, Kai. Anything else?
Yeah. The final question is with the dream trips. I want to take Becky and Molly to Japan for Molly's birthday next year. How does that dream trips work? Do those are they all selected at random, or do they just pop up whenever you can, or how does that work out?
That's a really good question that I don't know yet. I'm sure you could just go on dreamtrips.com and put in a because where they get the deep discounts, Kai, is always doing groups, right? It's not one person. So when you find out when they plan their next, I'll learn to say that word, all a group of people going to Japan.
Excursion.
Yeah. It's when you're doing a group, because I told you guys I was part of a company called Pro Travel. And man, it was wild because the person's like, hey, when can we come to your resort? I have 300 travel agents. And now today, can you guys imagine how easy? It's like these travel agents will do videos and picture posts of your resort. They'll review it like you would not believe. You treat them like queens and kings, and they're going to blow up social media about this put together group. And
the best thing about going these group excursions is that, like, say, for example, going to Japan, you're going with a group of people, but you're going with a group of people, but you are not left out in the dark.
Right.
So you're like you feel more comfortable, especially. I mean, I could go to Japan and by myself and go wherever I want, but with Becky and Molly, that's a different story. So
yeah,
I think that would be something that's really good for them. So we're just waiting for that to pop up now.
Yeah, I'm sure that Mark Smith seems like a great guy. I don't know if you guys got good energy from him when you watched the webinar, but he says he's going to do a lot of training because I guess there's even an opportunity. We had a bunch of these. Anil and I was talking about this. We had people that were making 100 to 200,000 a year just going to companies and putting together a whole package for their companies and their employees. And when you do that, then the benefits that you get are just outrageous. Like, so you got a suite for free because you put it all together. So with this guy, his name, I got to reach out to him. His name is Tom Knight. Holy crap. I just got chills. Thanks, Kai. But this guy made over a full-time income every single year just by promoting dream trips. And so when people would say, well, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do this, then he was the guy that would put it all together and put together these packages so you don't have to worry about anything. And I've been on so many of them. And it is so fun to get off the plane, have someone standing there with an iPad with your name on it. And they take you, put you in a car, take your luggage. You show up, and it's not like you even wait in line at the check-in at the resort. I mean, they really, really treat you amazing. You know what I mean? And it's just like, golly, the stuff they do for you. We had on the cruise that we had, it was like, I think a total of 10 days. We had a butler. And he'd knock on the door and go, I'd like to ask you what you guys want to eat today. And they would bring it to the room, even though the whole giant Norwegian ship pad everything where you could eat at any restaurant and do any of that stuff. It was, I'm telling you, if you guys haven't been on a dream trip like that, you got to focus and get on it. And that's what made me really good in this industry with travel. It's like, I'm going to show you how to get it for free, Kai. You want to get it for free? Plus make $6,000. I'll show you exactly how to do it. It's like, come on, man. And then you got people that overthink and they're not emotional, and they overthink and they'll try to figure out how to sell this to people.
I don't have time for those people.
And I'm telling you what, man, the economy is in the wrong place to be selling shit to people.
Right. I mean, I don't even like deal with products or pushing products. I just like, how would life be different if your life changed with an extra couple $1,000 a month? You know.
Yep.
Changing the life around, not products. You know, products. And you said this many times.
Yeah, and all you gotta do with the mom and the daughter that you want to take there is spend time with them on a computer, telling them and showing them the things that you want them to see.
Oh, it's been happening for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, because it'll come to pass. So Kai, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Love you, love you, love you. Everybody remember to vote. We keep gotten days left, so.
And I was just going to post that in the chat. So there's in the Zoom and there is on the YouTube. So please get out and vote. You can vote once a day, every day, free. You can also vote in block by adding a little donation, and the money does go to I guess I forget exactly what it is, but it does go to promote a 501c3 associated with the Mr. Health and Fitness contest. So
nice.
Please vote, and let's help get Kai. He's number 2 right now. Let's help him get up to number 1 and stay there. Okay. Everybody can vote once a day at least.
I had a girl that reached out to me, and I don't know how she knew that I was voting for Kai, but she says the women's vote is different than the man vote. And would you please vote for me? And I said, absolutely. And so she goes, you're super generous. It's like you just do things instead of saying, why should I? And I said, yeah, I got a really good friend that we both are that way. And I introduced her to Kai. And so
she's yet to reach out back to me as well. So I'm waiting for her. I think she may not be in the US at all.
Oh, interesting. Well,
she's not in the US.
Well, Imaginators is in every country.
Exactly.
All right. Kai, thank you very much. And got to give a shout out to Bill Shoemaker. Bill, bless you, my friend. Thank you. Bill donated big time in the super chat. So love and appreciate you, brother. Go Imaginators. And yeah.
The children will love it.
Exactly. So Bill, thank you so very much. James Saunders is going to be coming up right after Ola Meyer. Ola, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Hello, Robert.
Hi, Mr. Sweden. How are you?
I'm a blessed, deeply loved, and highly favored.
We got a winner.
Thank you. I got 2 different questions.
Okay.
High life travel, is that a thing of the past now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think that much.
Okay. I buy brand bucks, brand bucks, and you get an equal amount for free.
Yes.
So
they're going to do I don't know how they're going to put it together. I just know they are. There was a question that someone asked me, will I ever be able to buy brand bucks and then buy my monthly subscription with Dream Trips? And the answer to that is yes. They're working on that right now.
Awesome, because that was my next question.
Okay. Mind reader.
Yeah. I got one more question though.
Oh, so now you got 3.
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay. Go ahead.
I shared a reel with you. Maybe it was today or the other day. And in that reel, you said, I'm just collecting friends all over the world. And I give to them either the science of getting rich or the God memorandum.
Believe it or not, I just trust my instincts. I'd say 98% of the time, it's the greatest miracle in the world. And let me explain to you why.
Yeah.
This is just me summarizing here. I believe that if I shared the science of getting rich with people and their mindset and heart space is messed up, it'll have no effect.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. We'll always hear people talk about this. I say it all the time, is I believe 100% of you being emotionally connected to your imagination is better than believing that you can be successful. See, what I loved about the science of getting rich is that if you read it with the intent of believing it, it takes all your excuses away. You do not, you read the science of getting rich and you apply it, and all your excuses are gone. Every one of them. The problem with the science of getting rich is just like the big hater group out there that's haters against The Secret.
Yeah.
Because they just say, well, it's not only a religion, but it's shit. You can't just think. You can't just think and make it happen. My life is evidence as that what you just said is bullshit. Because I think that's why people get mad at politicians. Listen to me closely. Because they look at how they are. And then they listen to other people that tell you how they are. That has nothing to do with their ability to connect with the universe using their imagination. They can be the worst person on the frickin' planet, and because they imagine. So there's this group of people that keep saying, how in the hell could this person get elected? Well, they not only have imagination skills and a small thing called faith, but they also instill that in other people.
Yeah.
And so a person that is telling you a bunch of talking points that your soul and your spirit goes, is every one of these people liars? They can't answer questions. They dodge questions. And I don't get it. I can tell that they're liars. And then you got another person that's full of imagination. And literally every word that comes out of their mouth is a lie, but they move mountains.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. I mean, what still blows me away, you guys, is history. Do you guys know that the Madison Square Garden was sold out? They filled every seat in the Madison Square Garden with Nazis.
Oh.
Their following was so huge that they filled out stadiums and places like the Square Garden, Madison Square Garden, for a Nazi convention.
Shit.
I'm like, you would think that people could see through evil, but they can't. They're drawn to someone's vision and imagination. And I know I'm getting political here, but I had one guy say something about the Middle East to me, and I immediately understood everything that's been going on there for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So you see pictures of Hawaii. You see pictures of all these incredible islands and this beautiful place called Earth. And then you walk out and you're standing in the middle of a desert. Everything's scorched. And you go, why do we live here? And they go, well, our land used to look just like the pictures and the videos you've seen. But as long as there's an infidel on our ground, we're being cursed. When we kill all the infidels, which are people that don't dream and believe like us, when we kill them all and move them off our land, then God will bless us and we'll have paradise. We'll have milk and honey and oases and palm trees and everything. We just got to get the non-believers off our land. Well, if generation after generation after generation after generation has always said this, the only way that they're going to have heaven on earth is if they can get all the Jews out of the Middle East. That's as simple as it is. Is it right? No, it's not right. But why they fight over Jerusalem and certain parts of the world, it's like all this is in the name of their God that we got to get these people off our land. And so, yeah, there it is.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. So it's our beliefs of our imagination wanting a better life for us and the people that they love, that I love. I love bringing people out of hell into heaven. Metaphorically,
Yeah.
but it's between their ears and in their heart. And if I can get them on that track, instead of thinking that everything's wrong with people and everything's wrong with the world, it's like, you know, I'm not trying to be mean to people, but if you tried to make me understand how a person not from this country had their parents move to this country, and now they're a foreigner going to Columbia University or Harvard University, and that person believes they're a victim. So I'm like going, you know, that's why I relate to all the people that are victims in the world, because I'm a victim. So death to United States. It's like, your parents got jobs here. You're going to the university here. It's like, man, that's hard for me to understand. And then I watched a little episode today, and here's what this guy said. He goes, there, and I got to get this right because it's so powerful. He goes, it's not what they think, it's what they were educated to believe. So if you have a bunch of people that are now in our universities that believe America is the worst country on the planet, that's called indoctrination.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it was so funny because, you know, that's what I was talking to Kai about. So you got one group that believes everything is messed up and the world's going to end. And you guys heard my phrase yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. It's going to be a video I'm going to do tomorrow. And it's going to be the world's ending. Why not see it before it's gone? Because if you really believe the world is ending, the government's ending, the United States is gone, we're going to have wars, World War III. If you don't want to believe in that, then you can believe in that, there's a new killer bug or virus that's going to take us all out. And if that doesn't work, how about climate change? And if that doesn't take us out, let's just go down the list of how much shit's going to happen. Here's one thing that I will bet anyone that watches this live or recorded. I'll bet you $1 million that after the next president gets elected, 4 years after that, we're still going to be okay. You know why I got proof of that? The two guys that are running against each other have already both had 4 years, and I'm still here. I'm still here. One did it for 4 years. The other one did it for 4 years, and I'm still here.
Yes.
Wow. So I love you, Hola. Hola.
Love you too.
Sweden.
Love you too. Thank you.
You're gonna see me, right? And we're gonna see each other in Greece, right?
Yes. The only thing is I don't know when it is.
Oh, it's on the graphic. Watch the webinar. What date is it?
I'm gonna
Look at Peter. I knew Peter was all over it because we're gonna
October.
see
Awesome.
October 2nd to the 6th and 6th to the 9th.
Matt, are you and Hannah going?
It's a good question. Are we? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Hey, maybe it's not a good answer.
Right. I've learned.
See, I got him thinking.
I was going to say, what do you mean? I can put
Like
myself
I
in
said,
Greece,
like I said yesterday, it's not fair, Matt, that you got a bunch of things in your passport and Hannah doesn't.
I got one for Mexico and Dominican Republic. Yeah, but she definitely needs some.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
And you need more.
That's true. That's true.
Look at he's thinking. You guys
I'm in Greece. That's Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at the background. There's Greece.
Yeah.
Greg,
I need to look at everything before I make that kind of commitment.
Well, you guys are starting to. Hey, you guys are starting to see the overthinkers in the group, aren't you?
Yes, they are. But I haven't looked at that yet. So I need to know what's going on.
How much time do you need?
A couple of days.
All right.
I don't need
by
any
next
extra days.
by next Imaginator, you can by the way, tell Sue that she doesn't need to touch her credit cards, that you're taking care of all of it. Hey, this is Imaginator.
I feel like
I can imagine it, definitely.
I feel like it might be your imagination for us to be in Greece.
Yes, it is.
Which could very well happen.
I want a bunch of people. I want a bunch of people walking around in Greece with Imaginator capes.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is it you have to do?
That's what I need to look at.
What do you need to do to go to Greece?
Imagine it.
Well, imaginate, yes. Yeah. That I definitely can imaginate. Absolutely. I would love to see the Greek Isles, go scuba diving in the sea there, go to the Colosseum in Greece. Go up to Mount Olympus.
Nice.
So I have that imagination. Definitely. maybe even pose with a Greek god. You know?
I think that should be the first place that we have an Imaginator gathering is Greece. Now, if you guys want to listen to me, I can show you how to get it partially paid for or all paid for.
Mm-hmm. Peter and Linda, Odin, I believe, is not Greek. I believe that's Norwegian.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I thought so. So Odin, no, if you're thinking of the Greek god of gods, that's Zeus.
Yes.
Now,
Odin and Thor have their place in Norse mythology.
Yeah,
in Sweden.
Now we know that you don't have to be educated to go to Greece, because I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. All right, let's get to one more person and we'll close her up.
All right, that sounds
Thank you,
great.
Robert.
Thank you for letting me make you feel uncomfortable for a second.
Awesome.
Thank you, Ola, and thank you, Matt, also. All right, James Saunders, time to open up and share with us.
Robert, how are you?
I am blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. How are you?
Come on, you know the answer to that question. I'm blessed and highly favored and deeply loved.
I
you know
love
what I got to do.
James. I always love how you look like you're on a skateboard going down a mountainside.
That's because I'm laying down.
Oh, I love it.
First things first, I must take my hat off to you.
Okay.
Oh my God, I have been interviewed by about 8 children from, oh my God. And I was like, they're asking me all these questions. And the reason I'm taking my hat off to you is I'm thinking like, you got all these Imaginators on here. Everybody's asking you questions. And you managed to keep it all in your head. You're able to answer them. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, that's amazing that how he does that. You know?
Now I do have years of experience of answering questions.
You definitely do. And you use it. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Well, one of the questions that I had was, I've learned from you how to be, how to think, how to manifest, how to envision, because you don't deal with any negativity. I mean, at all. And I'm like, wow, he's always so positive. He's always so pumped up. Because I'll give you an example.
James, before you continue, can you pick up your cell phone and hold it? Because the microphone is rubbing against something and it's hard to hear.
That better?
Talk.
Can you hear me now?
It's still a little muffled, but go ahead. It's just something, it's like it's laying on your shirt, and every time you move, the microphone is rubbing against your shirt.
What about now?
That's better.
Okay. Basically, you mentioned Kai, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned Kai. And I remember looking on Facebook. And Kai, he'll tell you, he was so negative. Every time I went to that guy's cage, man, it was like being in a dark room that he would turn black. He was so negative. And I was saying, like, my God, if anybody joins that guy in anything, they're going to be down the wrong hole. And right after I said that, Kai called me. I said, who is this calling me on Chris? He called me on Christmas Eve. He said, have you ever heard about CBD? Yeah, I've heard about it. I know a little bit about it. I know a little bit about it to get me messed up. But what am I talking about? You know, you need to take a look at this company I'm a part of. It's called HempWorks, and now it's called My Daily Choice. And I said, well, yeah, Kai, let me tell you something. If you promise me not to ever ask me to buy a bottle of CBD, I promise you I will buy 3 bottles, and you do not contact me again about CBD ever again. Can you do that? He said, yeah, James, I can do that for you, man. Sure. No pressure. He didn't realize that the second I hung up the phone from him, I started doing investigations. The second, I said, man, HempWorks. Wait. $100 million? $10 million? So $100 million? Oh, hell no. Y'all ain't leaving me behind this one. Y'all are not leaving me behind on this one. And I joined his team. He didn't even know. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I joined his team. And I called him on the phone that morning. He said, hey, man, James, how you doing? You decide how many bottles you getting, man? What? Bottles, models, man. I'm a part of your team, dude. He said, oh, my God. You didn't have to do no research? I did my research. It took me 15 minutes. I'm done.
My mentor, my mentor, James, my mentor used to tell me when I first got started, because yeah, I had doubts. I mean, I had stinking thinking. And he goes, Robert, even a blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while. And he just said, listen, if you go through the numbers, so, you know, even though Kai's a different person today than he was back then, it's funny that he still found ears to hear.
Yes, he has. And because he had ears to hear, I have ears to hear from you. My question is, how did you learn, or what did you do? What did you do to always look at the positive side of things as opposed to the negative? Because Kai and other people, they'll come out, they'll say, the greatest miracle, that's what I hear, the greatest miracle in the world.
Yeah,
you are the greatest miracle in the world.
To me, life is pretty simple. I look at the yin and yang, James, and I just know that there's a balance in the world. And I just want to be the light more than I'm the darkness. And
good.
Me, I'm weird in a way. I'd rather like this to other people than myself. It's not that I still don't struggle with stupid thoughts. I'm human. I just decide to spend a majority of my time constantly reinforcing myself with love and empathy and compassion and success stories and happy stories. I am very aware of all the negativity in this world, and I just don't function good around it. There's these little things that I've learned from Abraham Hicks, and I seen someone posted in here, I think Jody did. And it was like, when you listen to the meditation on relationships, it's mind-boggling to me, because it says, aren't you thankful for all the people on the planet that think different than you? Because this gives you perspective. And aren't you grateful for all the people in the world that want different things than you? And I'm like, I see, that's just difficult for me to feel excited about other people that might have opposing or opposite thoughts and beliefs than me. But without them, I wouldn't have a clear compass. And so I can spend all day thinking about the people and all the people that I think that are wrong, that believe wrong, doing the stuff. Or I could consistently, on a day-to-day basis, spend a majority of my time following and listening to people that believe like I do now. I'm telling you guys that even though I've really worked on myself every day, and I'm very aware of protecting my heart and protecting my ears and protecting my brain, because I'm way better at this than a lot of people I know. And I'll give you a neat example. Terry will be sitting in the chair next to me, and we're really not doing anything. And all of a sudden, she'll start crying. And I'll go, "What's wrong?" And she wants to buy an airplane ticket and fly to a city to physically run over somebody and kill them. Because she sees the injustice on the way that people treat animals. And I watch it get to her and dominate a lot of her time. And so I could be the average husband telling her, "Hey, listen, you know what? You deserve what you get because you're watching and listening to the wrong stuff, and that's what's messing you up." Instead, I get up and I put my arms around her, and she usually cries harder. And I go, "I just love your heart. Oh my God, I love your heart." So I don't have to be mad at the people that are doing awful. I don't be mad at the people that are mad at them. And I'm a normal human being, and I'm male, and I'm an engineer. I'm a geek from the dork force. So like Matt and I always talk about, I was the guy that not only was a know-it-all and a right fighter, but I could tell you how to fix your situation. I'm not interested in doing that anymore. Does that make sense to you guys?
Makes a big difference.
If people want to reach out to me and ask me, you guys paid money and came on the inner circle and came on the Imaginators to be the best Imaginators that you can be. And so I feel like you giving me permission to go, come on, don't do that. You know? And so, James, I always love thanking you for sharing. I really appreciate you.
So the reason why I share is because I'm no longer attempt to fix what people do. I hear it. People will come on and they'll say, "Well, I've been treated this way, I've been treated that way, and this not fair, and this and this and this." The old me would have been the type of person who would have said, "It's because you listen to the wrong stuff. You're doing the wrong stuff."
Yeah.
You know, but
and when you give, and when you give permission to somebody to do that, I was recently, I don't know if you guys, people that love NASCAR, I know Karen does, but Bubba Wallace this year, he races for Michael Jordan's team, right? And my God, you know, he just really hasn't had a good career. in NASCAR. And there's a lot of pressure on him because he's the only African, American NASCAR driver. And all of a sudden, the end of last year and this year just changed for him. And people started asking him, wow, you're a different person. And he goes, yeah, I'm all about having fun and being grateful that people pay me to do what I love the most. And he says, I'm a different person in the car. And now he's getting results. If you ever interviewed Bubba Wallace in the past, and you can ask Karen this, it was like he would say the most negative stuff about himself, beating himself up, that you would feel sorry for him. But he didn't realize that he was creating his own world. It's like, and so I love crew chiefs and owners like Roger Penske, like, Ricky Hendricks, that will tell you exactly what's going on. It's like, I've heard him come on a radio many times, and he's like, Craig, tell us how to make the car better. Craig, tell us what we need to do to make the car better for you. And he doesn't come on the radio very much. So what was he hearing in the radio? This car is shit. This car is crap. You guys can't get me the right car. You can't set it up right. This is bullshit. And finally, the captain, that's what they called him, still called that today. When he came on the radio and he's the guy that hired you and cut your checks, Craig, tell us how to fix the car. Tell us how to make it so you drive it. He was basically saying, you need to shut the fuck up. That was his key words of going, all your energy, all your anger, all your frustration, all your overthinking, all your overwhelming, you are just destroying you and the team. Stop it. Because that's what most of the people do. It's like, you guys already know this. You ask people, how are you? And you wish you never did. Like, oh my God. So James, I've seen a big change in you too. So I love and appreciate you. Just, man, ask people, what could we do to make this better? What can I do to help you? So you know why I give the gift out for free. It's my best sorting tool in the world. It's like, hey, here's a gift. You're an asshole. Take a look at this company. Oh, wrong person. It's like, I've sent the gift to people and not only had people play and delete the conversation, but I've given the gift to people and it says the gift. You know what I mean? Here's your gift, James. And I've had people going, why do you constantly got to send me stuff that you want me to buy stuff? And I actually, in my heart, just say a little prayer. I just go, soften their heart, whatever problems, whatever they're dealing with, let them realize that there's a way out of this. Yeah. Oh my God.
Definitely.
Linda just changed out of her house coat, man. I'm like, and then you see Peter, he put his hand and he went, man, I'm bummed. It took me a long time to get her in the house coat. It's like, now she'd put clothes on. Now I got more work that I got to do. I love you guys. Oh my God. I love, don't you guys love the the joy and the happiness and the love these two have for each other is just like, it's just awesome. It's just totally awesome. Okay, Craig, let's go. We're done. I love you guys.
All right. Well, Robert, thank you. James, thank you very much. This is what's so great about Imaginators. You bring out all of this great stuff. And, Robert, bless you, my friend. Thank you for sharing. This is amazing. And Matt, of course, you too. And speaking of sharing, we got some thank yous for the people who shared today. Deborah Bronner, Bill Shoemaker, Lisa Marie Cook, Kai Au, Ola Meyer, James Saunders, Matt Hollis, bless you, my friend. Thank you so much for being our foundation, our executive producer, for Imaginators, for Inner Circle, for everything about unlimited wisdom. And Robert, bless you for being our GPS to success, our guide, our mentor, and for plugging us in and getting us plugged in. And thank each and every one of you for participating. If you want to save the chat information that we usually have and share with everybody in YouTube, it'll be up there shortly as afterwards in the description below the video, or download it to your computer. Very easy to do. What you do is you click on in the meeting chat, click on the three dots next to Imaginators, and then click on Save Chat. At the very end of this Zoom, it will download to your computer. That's simple. And you've got all of the links that we've shared and some of the information we've talked about. So until next time, have a fantabulous week. Have happy Mother's Day. Please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute so we can all say so long.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
everybody. New things on Zoom. Oh, Imaginators. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Craig, Bill, Mike,
Craig.
Good luck,
Jody,
guys.
Sandy, Karen,
Bless you all. Thank
James,
you so much.
See
Peter,
you
and
all,
Linda.
everyone.
Peter and Linda. Hi,
Bye-bye.
Matthew. Deborah, Melody, I love you. George, Arthur, and Daniel. I mean, you guys deserve to have as much fun as I do. Come on, man. All right.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
Yeah.